Hey champions and superstars, my name is Eugene from Freedom Profits, and welcome to today's presentation on 8 ways to relaunch your dead products on Amazon. Sorry guys, I've been missing in action for a couple of months. Been really busy expanding my agency and couldn't find the time to create more content videos like this. But the following months, I'll do my best to create more executable content on a regular basis for you guys. So, as usual, before we get started, I would love for you guys to do me a quick favor. If you want more insight videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel and smash that like button so I can help you create more tutorial videos to help you scale and grow your Amazon e-commerce business. Thank you. Now, I'll be adding a lot of value for you guys throughout this video, so be sure to get ready to take notes. If you miss any important information, as always, come back, watch the video again, and again, write it down. And of course, the most important thing is execute it. Now, let's not waste any more time and let's get the ball rolling. So, what will you learn today? I'm not trying to bring back the dead, like Frankenstein, but you're definitely able to learn 8 ways to relaunch your dead products on Amazon in no particular order. And you probably remember few famous product failures from a lot of those big famous companies. For instance, Amazon itself. Remember the Fire phone? Where is it now? It's gone. Microsoft, Zune, and then there's a Cosmopolitan Yogurt, and many more. You can just Google it. Famous product failures, and you can find a whole bunch of them. So, how can e-commerce businesses like yourself do to really prevent product failure? And how can you really tell if you have tried your best to really get more product sales? Let's find out in today's video. So I'll go through 8 ways. So now the first way is, of course, most importantly, to give your product a name. Not just any name, but a really unique name that, why? Because a unique name, will turn a product into something that you and your customers can really relate to. For instance, here's a good example. Instead of floral face mask, you can really name it the Haley face mask, or instead of just a leather, passport holder, you can name it Rome leather passport holder, which is way more interesting and attractive. When your customers can relate better to your product, they will make a purchase and subsequently help with your product sales as well. So, it's time to crank up, those creative juice of yours and think of a better and a unique product name. Of course, it has to be related to your product. And of course, you can have a series, whether it's a name or countries, it's really up to you guys. Now, let's take a look at the second one is changing your product pricing. Alright, now pricing is a really complex decision with many variables. You need to really take into account the psychology behind it, the value of the product and how you really position it. In fact, there are books written on just the subject of pricing that you can check out. So have a look at it, read through it, and gain really good understanding of how you can really price and position yourself, your brand and your products. One important thing to really keep in mind is that once you set a price for your products, it becomes really significantly hard for you to increase it. Have you noticed it? However, if you want to decrease the price, it's easily done. Now, customers will really complain if you increase the price, but on the contrary, they will thank you if you decrease it. So, say you start the price, your product price, at something that is really high, and your sales might not, be as good, might be a little bit low. So you need to adjust the pricing, decrease it little by little, to really test out the market until you reach that optimum pricing. In a nutshell, you want to hit the ideal retail price as early as possible, so you can really focus on other part of your brand, whether it is finding another product for your product line, do more email marketing, running ads and stuff, etc. Now, next one. This is pretty important, right? One other way that you can really do is to change your product sales strategy. A really famous quote from Einstein. He said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting different results. If you want different results, you have to try different strategies to reach your goals. Have to think about it, how you want to run your Amazon PPA advertising, how you sell your product through copywriting, that's important. Plan out potential partnerships and your strategy moving forward to scale your product line as well. That's a lot of things to really take into account for your strategy to really grow and scale your brand, and perhaps eventually you want to sell it. That could be part of the strategy as well. But on the basis level, one great strategy that I swear by, and I do it a lot to make sure that a product is as successful as it can get, is to do a full research of pretty much everything, from Amazon product research, influencers research, reach out, research who can be the face of your brand, or if you want to be a face of a brand, or who can accompany that, who can help you out with that as well. And then your competitive research, who are your competitors in the market, why do customers like your product over their products, or vice versa. And the main reason being is, once you have accumulated all this data, this can help you make better decisions moving forward. Now, here's an example. So, say you know your main competitors on Amazon, like what the keywords that they're using and what the keywords that they're not using. And also if you know the potential of your products can do on Amazon, or the numbers, from pricing, revenue, number of units sold on a daily basis, etc. Then once you know all this data, you can now know how to really optimize your product listings. Whether it's the front end or back end, you can do it both. So the more you know, the more data you have, the more you can optimize your product listings. By the way, you can get all these numbers using ZonGuru's Chrome extension when you search for a specific product on Amazon. I'll put the link down below in the description so you can really check it out. I've been using that for a long time now. I also use Jungle Scout Helium 10 as well, but I personally prefer ZonGuru. Also because I'm part of their team as well. At the same time, I'm using the ZonGuru tool to really do all my product research for my agency as well. Now, tip number 4, or the fourth way you can do, is to find influencers. I mentioned about finding influencers in the product sales strategy earlier. Now, finding a suitable influencer within your niche can really help move the needle significantly. Like we all know, they already have a following, so why not leverage on that to help you grow your business? You can find these influencers on social media channels such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and even Amazon Live. Yep, you heard me right. There are plenty of influencers on Amazon Live that they run live shows, sharing and testing out products sold on Amazon. So go check it out. I have the link down. I'll include the link down below on Amazon Live sales page, so you can have a look at it and watch a couple of the videos as well, what these influencers have to say. How they sell all these products through the live stream. So they might not be selling only one product, but multiple types of products. So I'll leave it to you to check it out. And the next one is, add another distribution channel to your strategy, to your brand. So honestly, you shouldn't just focus on Amazon alone, because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Instead, part of your strategy is to expand beyond Amazon. The first thing, of course, that you can do is to build your own Shopify website. it doesn't have to be Shopify, but it could be WooCommerce or any e-commerce platform that you want to use for your website, so that if customers visit your website, they can still purchase from it. There are other distribution channels, that you can really sell your products on. I've mentioned just a few over here. So that's Etsy, eBay, Wish, even Walmart as well. So you can check them out. It's really easy to get set up on these distribution channels to sell your products. So why not give it a shot? The sixth way is product listing optimization. So a lot of times, a lot of sellers give up on their products, but they didn't realize that they missed out one of the important things is to optimize their product listing. So if sales aren't going well on Amazon, then you might want to check the keywords that you're using, or even your copywriting as well. It is vital that you refresh, your keyword research to get the latest keywords used by Amazon customers to really optimize your product listings. Because we all know that every day, the millions and millions of customers, they type different types of keywords onto Amazon. So you want to get the latest data, the latest keywords that used by these customers, and then include them in your product listings. And to get this latest and of course the profitable all these keywords, I use ZoneGuru's keywords on Fire to find the latest keywords that really can convert. Focus on long-tail keywords as well, so that's important. And you can also really find keywords that are not being used by a lot of the top products on Amazon, and then you can include these keywords into your product listing. So, top sellers, they're not using it, put in your product, use it, and you gain that competitive edge. So, alright, optimizing your product listing is really, really effective if you use ZoneGuru's listing optimizer. Shown in this screenshot. So what you can do, you can really compare up to 4 different competitors while you optimize your product title, your bullet points or description, and also your backend keywords as well. And here's keywords that I did research using Keywords on Fire. Scrape it out all the main keywords, and I can check which keywords I'm using, which ones I'm not. If I've already included them in my title or in my bullet points or description, I know it all. So it's really easy. So make sure you add this to your listing, to your strategy to relaunch any of your products that are not selling on Amazon. Make sure you optimize your product listings. Now, moving on to the next one is you want to update your branding. We all know branding is super important because it is what makes a memorable impression on customers. Branding is a way of distinguishing yourself from the competitors and clarifying that it is what it is your offer, and also what makes your product really unique and the better choice that customers should choose. Now check out these examples right here. The first one, I'm sure you guys know the brand Supreme, and their brand is based entirely on scarcity, hence that price tag right there. So if you Google it, this is pretty hilarious. But check it out. That's a normal clay brick, just a normal clay brick, with the brand Supreme on it, and it's being sold for like $200, and even up to like $1,000 on eBay. This shows you the power of branding, because the normal clay brick only costs like 45 cents, or probably less than that. But slap a brand on it, especially Supreme, then your price tag significantly increases. Of course, the infamous Starbucks coffee, which tastes like regular coffee, but overpriced coffee being sold way higher than a normal cup of coffee. Again, because of branding. People like to be associated with bigger brands, Starbucks, take post it up on Instagram. I just bought a Starbucks coffee, but you're just helping the brand grow. So it's pretty interesting, and also one of the reasons why branding is important. And there's Rolex watch, which has a really steep price tag on it, but for the functionality and stuff, is it worth that much? I'm not sure. No offense to watch collectors. All right, the last example here, of course, is just a joke. Apple doesn't sell poop, but if they do, who knows? How much that will cost you? 1,200. So now moving on to the last one is to tap into unused media. Like too many businesses or brands limit their marketing messages by following what your competitors are doing. If you see your competitor on Facebook, then you jump on Facebook. You see them on Instagram, you jump on the bandwagon as well. And of course, you want to be where customers are, but before that, your marketing should start by you defining your customers' demographics down to a T, because you want to know that where your customers can be reached, what they really like to do, how they spend their money, what are their hobbies, and many more. Then you can use all this media to reach them. That's a name for it. It's called omni-channel or cross-channel marketing. That's right. So if you're only using Facebook to promote your product and it didn't quite work, maybe your ideal customers isn't on Facebook. So perhaps you should include YouTube, Instagram, or any other social media channels into your strategy to grow your brand and get more sales on Amazon. So that's pretty much it. 8 ways to really relaunch your dead products on Amazon. Couple of final thoughts here. So you want to try all these 8 ways. Try them out. Give it a go. Worst case scenario, if you have executed all the above and then your product still doesn't sell, then maybe it's time to find or pursue another product. Another thing to remember is that Rome wasn't built in a day. So you need to be patient, when you're growing your brand. As you get more sales and you get more reviews coming in, ratings will roll in as well, and then there's more positive ratings that you have for your product, the higher the conversion rate is. So this really creates a compound effect for your product sales. And speaking of sales, you guys probably know Prime Day 2021 is next week on the 21st and 22nd of June. This is also a really great way for you guys to kickstart your sales again. So I wish you guys the very best of success in increasing your sales and profits. Don't forget to set discounts on those 2 specific days. Depending how you want to do it, a lot of sellers minimum discount is 20%. I suggest go a little bit higher than that. Between maybe 25%, or if you can, depending on your margins as well, maybe up to 30%, 40%, just to get the sales happening and get the sales velocity as well. Now, before I end this, we end this presentation, just remember that the great MJ had missed more than 9,000 shots in his career and lost almost 300 games. 28 times he's been trusted to take the game, the winning shot, and he missed. He's failed, and that's why he succeed. So what does that tell you? Pretty much the journey to build a successful e-commerce business, it's not always sunshine and lollipops, guys. When you hit a roadblock, and instead of panicking, try to strategize and think outside the box on what the next steps you need to do to move forward. And that really will move you closer to winning on Amazon's marketplace. Not just that, but outside of Amazon as well, of course, and build a successful e-commerce business. And finally, thank you guys for watching my presentation and up until the end, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I do enjoy creating it for you guys. I hope you've gained plenty of insights, gold nuggets throughout this presentation, and feel free to share this with your friends who would think you'll benefit from it. And again, help me out, do yourself a favor, subscribe to my channel for more videos to help you scale and grow your Amazon business. And I wish you the very best of success for your Amazon business and Prime Day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.